I'm Jazz, also known as the purple-haired granny. Welcome to my messy, chaotic urban garden. Join me as I work to transform my neglected house and yard into a beautiful, thriving space. Together, we'll tackle garden projects, DIY fixes, and share tips for bringing life back to an urban oasis. Subscribe and follow along on this wild and wonderful journey. Have you ever planted a garden in a shady spot only to be frustrated by the lack of growth? Well, you're not alone. Gardening in the shade can be a real challenge, but I'm here to share my journey and the lessons I've learned along the way. Hey y'all, I'm Jazz, and today we're discussing the ups and downs of gardening in the shade. Trust me, it's been a ride. The biggest challenge? Limited sunlight. Without enough direct sunlight, plants struggle to thrive. In my garden, I'm seeing lots of tall, thin stalks and not much fruit to speak of.
It's small, it's thin, and the plants themselves, the stalks are very thin and tall and leggy.
Even my marigolds are struggling. But on the flip side, my herbs like basil, sage, and rue, they're doing surprisingly well. Finding the right plants for these low light conditions has been tough. Most veggies, especially fruiting plants like tomatoes and peppers, just don't get enough light to flourish. Next year, I'll be sticking with herbs up front. One mistake I've made, and I'm sure many of you have too, is overwatering. In shady spots, water evaporates more slowly, so it's easy to overdo it. I thought my tomatoes were just suffering from lack of light, but overwatering might have played a part. It's also tempting to plant veggies in the shade, thinking a little light is better than none. Trust me, I've been there. My front yard is an example. And clearly I was wrong. And it's not just veggies. Flowers like marigolds and tulips can struggle too. It's all about choosing the right plants for the spot, I think. And let's not forget nutrient deficiencies. Even in raised beds, plants in the shade might not get the nutrients they need because they aren't photosynthesizing efficiently. I've been so cautious with fertilizing after last year's failure that I might have underdone it, especially in these low light areas. So, how can we succeed in shade gardening? First off, choosing the right plants. For me, herbs like basil and sage will most likely be my go-to in shady spots. I may try other herbs that do better in shadier conditions like cilantro or oregano. If I ever get around to trimming some trees, I might try veggies again, but for now I'm sticking to herbs. Improving soil drainage is another key. When I built my grow beds, I added tree branches to the bottom to help with drainage and add organic matter. If your beds are already established, adding compost and turning the soil can do wonders. And of course, maximizing available light is crucial. If you can trim back branches and let in more light, great! I know I can't afford that right now, so I'm just going to stick with plants that can handle the shade. If you want to grow veggies though, you're gonna need more light. There's just no way around it. Finally, water wisely. This is something I'm still working on, but I'm getting better at it. I'll share more about my irrigation solutions in a future video. Keep an eye out for my drip irrigation video where I document that journey. The biggest lesson I've learned: vegetables just don't do well in the shade. From now on, I'm saving those for my sunny backyard. Gardening in the shade can be tough, but once you understand what will work and what won't in these areas, your garden can finally take off and be the oasis you want it to be. Don't give up on your shady garden. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more of my gardening journey. And let me know in the comments how you deal with gardening in the shade.